Okay, here we are. We're going to find out what's wrong with the orc ancestors and what's troubling them. We're going to meet Mother Kashur. And she is over here in the far western side of Nagrand. And we've taken a potion that's enabled us to see the agitated ancestors who are in the ancestral grounds over here in the western part of Kashur. And we see here on the left, in the far south of Nagrand, is Oshagan, the big sort of giant crystal here. And on the right, coming up, sort of, we'll see the little town of the Ethereals, sort of sparkly thing there, and just going past it. But straight ahead is with the monoliths, is the ancestral grounds. To meet Mother Kashur, and she's going to give us, she's going to tell us what she wants us to do. Here we go. We can see her down there. And we see some hostile mobs down here too.
Greetings.
Okay, and apparently the potion was a test. If the spirits had not want us to see them, after drinking the potion, we would not have been able to do it. Okay, the agitated ancestors. Something's caused them to be disturbed. She's not sure what it is, but she wants us to try to help out by putting them to rest, which means a kill quest. So we're going to go around and kill some of them. Normally I would skip through this, or speed through it, but there's only 8 of them, and I can do this really quick because they've been nerfed. Fight won't be long, and I'm wearing some pretty overpowered equipment, and it just won't take very long, and I can talk about some things while I'm doing it. First of all, I'm a troll and I'm wearing a gun. That in the past would have been kind of a no-no. Trolls had a huge passive towards wearing bows. And if you even equipped a gun, it would maybe even gimp you, but that's no longer the case. So, but still, it looks kind of funny for a troll to be wearing a gun. And I should really mog out of this gun. And this gun is really ridiculous looking anyway. It dropped off of a boss in a dungeon called the Blood Furnace, and it's got really good stats for what level I'm at right now. But oh, excuse me, shiny. I'm just going to grab this node real quick. I'll keep talking. But it's just a really ridiculous looking gun. Not only is it just about 3 polygons, just really outdated looking, but it's got this just crazy neon green paint on it. But after I kill these guys, I'm going to open up my character pane right here and show you that I'm wearing lots of heirloom gear, bind on account heirloom gear, which has high stats and bonuses to leveling. So not only are the mobs nerfed from what they used to be, I'm kind of overpowered, so I'm kind of can steamroll content. Back when I first started, I started in Wrath of the Lich King. You still had to be really kind of careful to pull bullet mobs. Here in Outland, or else, you know, it was a fight. If you pulled more than 2, you had to fight. Even playing a hunter. I leveled a hunter during Wrath through here, and I remember doing this quest. And, these guys were tough. You had to fight them, but not anymore. We can argue about whether that's a good thing or a bad thing. But okay, here we are. Let's turn this in.
What can I do?
It's no use. They continue to rise. There must be something else. Okay, she wants us now to go around to the different ruins in Nagrand and one in Terrakar Forest and see what's up. See what's up with these guys, with these ancestors, see what's going on. I guess I still have the potion in effect, so I can watch and see what's going on. Now, that's kind of boring. I mean, it's nice and pretty and sightseeing, but basically I would just fly around to these different villages. One at Sunspring Post, one in Laughing Skull, where there's a bunch of ogres, and then one at Garadar, and then one down in another zone, Terrakar Forest, in the sort of far southwest of that zone. again, where there's a bunch of ogres. And anyway, what happens when I fly around to all those ruins is this little Naru, little wind chime looking ghosts pop up, which is kind of unexpected. And so when she finds this out, she wants me to go to Oshigan, the big crystal mountain in the far distance. And she wants me to find a way inside of Oshigan and see if I can figure out what's going on with this. Because, you know, it's really strange. You know, there might be a connection. The spirits seem to be converging on Oshigan, is what's going on. It's long been held to be a sacred mountain by the orcs. That's a bit of lore that I think I left out. So here we go. Of course, I can just skip all the mobs. Normally, you know, you'd be on a ground mount back in the old days before you could just fly and skip all the content and trivialize it and have to fight your way in. But I can just sort of like fly right in here and ignore everything, which is good for our purposes because you don't have to watch me fly and all that. Alright, so it's a big crystal. I'll go in there and there's crystals. That's completely not expected, but oh, here's a mob, and what is it? It is a big demon. It's a big terror guard. So there's demons in here. Let's get this guy. So he's not an elite, nothing too scary. But we see back in here a Shadow Council banner, but also Naru architecture. Excuse me, I'm going to drink a sip of coffee. Another terror guard. And another one patrolling around. So this place is demon infested, and I can see tracking on my mini-map that there's even more. I've got demons and humanoids. And, I messed that up. I messed that up. Very sloppy game play here, y'all. Sorry. I can do that because nerfed content and overpowered equipment. They can beat on me and I have no chance of dying. Kind of sad, but I'm just here to show you the story. Okay. Alright, run. Down the hall. Okay, oh, there's a room full of mobs. Another terror guard. Let's get him. I don't think Blizzard would leave any elites or anything down here, but you never know. So, I'm gonna try to be careful. Pull a couple, one or two at a time here. Just to be careful, because you just don't know. See another terror guard. We know those aren't elites. I don't think there's any elites. Oh, this is still gonna be messy though. I don't think I'm not in any danger of dying here at any point. Am I in any danger of dying? But this is just messy, and I'm sorry about this, guys. I know. It just doesn't look good. Come on, target, shoot, target, up, loot, shoot, beam, got him. Alright. Not the most exciting gameplay. I apologize. Loot, come on. Got it. Gotta get that money for cold weather flying. I think I'm almost there. We know that we are in a Naru structure. It looked like a big hunk of chalk or something, but it's actually a Naru structure. And one more terror guard to get through here. Can rip through him pretty fast. Okay, yes, we are in the last room here. What are we seeing down here? We are yeah, it is an Naru. And he's being drained. He's being drained by the bad guys. Let's get that demon. Yeah, she goes down pretty quick. Come on, shoot, 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 shoot. Okay, I need to get the multi-shots. Oh yeah, there's that cleave. Beast cleave, beast cleave. Multi-shot. Yeah. Here we go. There's one more guy back in there. Let's get him. Some people, you know, these days will just run through and just pull huge rooms of mobs and just drag them along behind them and AoE them down, but I don't do that. I play old school still. Okay, when spirits speak. Okay, this is Kier, and Kier has been imprisoned down in here for hundreds of years, but now he's these Shadow Council people have been draining him, and he is the source of the orc's discomfort. And this poor tortured Naru is sending us to Shatrath to speak to the head honcho Naru in Shatrath. Adal. Adal is a big, large, gleaming Naru in the center of Shatrath, so that's where we're going to know now. And I'm going to cut there. And so, because it's kind of boring for me to run out of here and take a flight. So here we are now. In Shatrath, there's a guy doing the Take a Tour of Shatrath quest that's headed out by Khadgar, who's inside. There's a sort of reminder of what we're doing. We're here to see a doll. And I'm panning around here to sort of show you this kind of sights there. There's a doll in there, twirling around. He's the big, gleaming Naru. There's the flight point with the guys fighting and yelling constantly. Hiya, hiya, bunga, ah. Shatrath is kind of always hopping, at least on my server and across the realm zone. Here he is, big and gleaming, wind chimey. Pretty, pretty, dazzly. A secret revealed. Kier has asked you to send here, and he cannot assist you with the suffering of his ancestors. There's only one thing. I got that window changed. Okay, I have to go to Auchindoun. I've been given a dungeon quest, and there's like a tomb, a crypt or something behind the last boss there. Maldazar, that's what that guy's name is. So yeah. So I'm not going to do that in this Let's Play because in order to get into there, I'll have to specific queue for it. It'll be a long time. So, but we're going to do it.
Observe and reflect.
While we're here, we'll talk to Khadgar. I've heard your mage spoken only in whispers. Who are you? I'm Khadgar, former apprentice of the former guardian Medivh. I'm sure you've heard his name before. It was I who discovered that Medivh had been possessed by the evil one Sargeras. And I fought alongside Lord Anduin Lothar as we drove the Horde from our lands on Azeroth. As the heir of Medivh's legacy, I could do no less. Let's see. Okay, blah 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 blah. My comrades and I called ourselves the Sons of Lothar in honor of the greatest, mortal, selfless man we'd ever seen. We gave our all to defeat him, defeat things. I flipped through this way too fast. So anyway, they got trapped on Draenor when it exploded. Eventually, they did survive, obviously. Eventually, they met Adal, and they survived long enough to meet us here when we came back through from Burning Crusade. Except for Turalian and Ilaria, they did not. They don't know if they survived or not. They still haven't.
Back in one piece.
They still haven't been found. Although they'll probably come back at some point. All right. So anyway, where we're leaving off is that we have a dungeon quest to go into Auchinai Crypts and retrieve an item from behind Maldazar. So thank you for following along, and I hope to see you again.